Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Like I said in my last video, I said I would have this special video up by the next week. So today I have something really amazing to show you guys, and this is my first ever purchase from the website Oliveyoung. In case you don't know what Oliveyoung is, it is pretty much Korea's biggest retailer when it comes to makeup and skincare. In fact, they even have an international website. However, I don't really buy from Style Korean just because I find that their prices are a bit too high for me. However, one of their plus sides is that they carry a lot of Korean brands, especially domestic ones that other sites do not have. So when it comes to Oliveyoung, there are times I would join another friend's haul and buy one or two items. However, I never made a purchase myself until now. Depending on the time of the year, Oliveyoung likes to do a lot of promotions where they have a lot of beauty boxes, as in like they bundle like either just all skincare or all makeup. And usually when I see those promotions, I don't really find myself interested in them just because it's stuff I don't really need or I think I'll ever use. There was that one time last year where I was really tempted to buying this bundle during a really huge sale. However, I took my sweet time in buying it, so a lot of the stuff sold out, so I ended up not being able to buy it. So when I saw this new Forever Beauty box marketed for Valentine's Day, I thought that this was finally my chance to redeem myself. The best thing about this beauty box is that it comes with 9 full-size products, which I've never seen from their previous makeup beauty boxes. Based on my memory, the previous boxes I've seen are just usually one big pricey item, and then there's like some other random eye product or lip products with it. Those previous makeup boxes are definitely cheaper though because they only consist of 3 to 4 items. So this one is 9 full-size items, so that's why this one is sold for $71.99. However, I think it's a really good deal because they have some really amazing bestsellers in this box I was eyeing since last year. So for this video, I'll be unboxing what's inside the February beauty box and also try on each product and give my first impressions for you guys. So here's how the Oliveyoung beauty box for the month of February looks like, and it has this special packaging for Valentine's Day, I guess. This beauty box includes this booklet, which pretty much just had details on each of the items included. So first we have the Espoir Pro Tailor Bee Velvet Cushion that came out last year, and it is this special set, so it has this full size and then a mini cushion and then a refill. The second item is this Dasique eyeshadow palette, which is super popular in Korea. The third item is this Filimili 5-piece brush set, and just to let you guys know, this is not how it originally came in, this is just my own sticker. Those 3 items I just showed you guys are considered the highlights of this beauty box. In fact, each of them, without a discount, are normally priced at $30 or above. So they're definitely on the pricier side compared to the rest of the items. The fourth item is this CLIO Sharp Still Simple pencil eyeliner. The fifth item is this Giverny Milchak Sensitive Mascara, and it's a 1+1, so you actually get 2 in this box. The sixth item is this COLORGRAM Eyes Formula Auto Eyebrow Pencil. The seventh item is this I'm Mimi My Custom Blush. The eighth item is this Romance Juicy Lasting Tint. And the ninth item is this Singmul Nana Jeju Sparkling Water Quick Lip and Eye Remover. Besides the 9 full products, they also threw in 2 additional travel size items. So this is the Giverny Milchak Color Foundation, and this is the COSNORI Whitening Dress Tone-Up Cream. I wanted to see if the $220 value claim was actually true, so I did go on the Oliveyoung website to see if there was like a huge price difference between the international and Korean prices. And based on my findings, the items with the biggest difference in price are the 3 big items, so the Espoir cushion, the Dasique eyeshadow palette, and the Filimili brush set. The price difference between the Korean and international prices for those items would be around $10 average. Meanwhile, the other items in this set are pretty much almost the same as their Korean counterparts. That's just something I wanted to know about this beauty box. For this part of the video, I'll be doing a full face of makeup with these 9 products, except the makeup remover. I usually do my eye makeup first so I don't mess up with the foundation I'm wearing or deal with any fallout. The first thing I'll be talking about is this Dasique eyeshadow palette, which is a really popular item amongst K-beauty enthusiasts. This is the product I've been eyeing ever since I got into K-beauty, and normally it's really expensive. I mean, that's subjective, but for me, I wouldn't pay like $35 to $40 for a 9-pan eyeshadow palette. And the version I wanted for this Dasique eyeshadow palette was this one, number 10 Autumn Breeze. In fact, this is actually the one I wanted to buy from that previous beauty box I missed out on. So I'm really glad that I was able to get my hands on this finally. So number 10 Autumn Breeze is said to be a mellow brown eyeshadow palette, really good for daily looks. And if you see my other videos, you just know I love buying these kind of basic neutral brown eyeshadow palettes. I just checked the Oliveyoung website right now, and actually Dasique carries 17 different shades of their eyeshadow palette. However, Oliveyoung didn't carry all of them. So when it came to actually choosing which palette I wanted, it wasn't really that hard for me because I knew that I wanted number 10 since last year. And when it came to the decision-making process, I just really wanted to make sure that this would be a palette I would definitely see myself using every day. So what I really like about number 10 Autumn Breeze is that it's just the right mix of glitters, mattes, and light and dark shades. I really wanted to get a Dasique palette that'd be worth the money just because a lot of the other palettes, they have a lot of similar repetitive colors. I also took into consideration what kind of color each palette was, so anything with too much like red tones or yellow tones or cool tones I avoided. So with all those criteria in mind, that is why I chose number 10 Autumn Breeze in the end. One thing that is kind of weird about this palette is that its official pictures come off a lot more cool toned, so that was actually the reason why I wanted to buy it. But then seeing actual reviewers and pictures online, I saw that it's not that cool toned. But many reviewers have said that this palette is more neutral than warm, so I wasn't concerned about that anymore. Here's a swatch of all 9 shades on my arm, and one thing about Dasique palettes is that they're really known for their glitter formula, so these 4 glitter shades here are really beautiful. However, I think that these 2 glitter shades on the bottom are hard to tell the difference in between, especially when you have a eye makeup look going on. You definitely will not be able to tell the difference. But despite those nitpicks, I still really like this palette. Before I even use this eyeshadow palette, I gotta talk about the eyeshadow brush set. So this is a Filimili Eye Brush Pro collection. And this brush set collection is actually a collaboration with Leo J, a really popular Korean makeup artist on YouTube. The key point of this Filimili brush set is that each brush is meant for one step of the eyeshadow eye makeup process. Here's the case for the brushes, and this is a sticker I added on my own. And it's really nice. It comes with a mirror inside. Here are the 5 eyeshadow brushes, and they actually come with a number at the end, so you know like the order of each brush to use, which is really helpful for beginners. Here's the base brush for applying the base color over your lids and underneath your lids too. Number 2 is the point brush for applying the main color of your eyeshadow. Number 3 is a liner brush, which is meant for applying gel eyeliner, which is really popular in Korea. Number 4 is a blending brush, which is meant to apply those darker shading colors. And number 5 is an underbrush, which is mainly used for aegyo style as the last step. I'm pretty excited to use this brush set just because I read reviews that this really did make a difference for people's makeup routines. So let's put that to the test. So first things first, I'm going to use this really light shade as a base for my upper eyelid, and for my lower eyelid, I'll go in with this second matte shade. It'll take me some getting used to, but I really like the shape of this brush because it's pointed and wide, so it can really be used to spread eyeshadow, or you can turn it this way and it becomes a narrow eyeshadow brush. So for the main color, I'll be using this darker brown using the 02 point brush. I'm gonna have to say that these brushes feel really nice. The third step for this look would be using this as a eyeliner brush. However, I do not use gel eyeliner personally, so something I did see from another Korean YouTuber is that they use this for a concealer brush, which is a pretty good idea because the tip is really small for precise details. So with the 04 blending brush, I'm going to use this dark brown for the shading step. And using this underbrush, I'm going to try to copy what Korean YouTubers did with their aegyo style step. So what they like to do is use a brown shade to just line this part. And then they get a glitter or shimmer shade for the under eye. The glitter shade didn't really show up that well using that brush, so personally I like to use these chips because that adheres better. Lastly, I'm just gonna use this glitter shade and apply it over my eyelid. So I just did my usual eye makeup look using this palette and these brushes, and overall I'm really satisfied. So the next step in my makeup routine will be using an eyeliner. So this is the CLIO, what was it called? Sharp So Simple eyeliner pencil. And now the 3 choices they had at the time, I got the first one, which is black. To be honest with you guys, I don't know if I'll be doing this step on camera just because I am really bad when it comes to eyeliner pencils. I don't know how people can do that precise wing tip with this pen. So that's why I'm more used to using the pointy brush liquid eyeliners. I know when it comes to these eyeliner pencils, people like to use them to fill in the main lash line. However, I really don't do that step just because it is pretty time consuming for me. And also with the eyelids I have, they always tend to transfer no matter what. But for the sake of this video, I'll be trying my best to do my usual eyeliner step using this pen. Okay, sorry about that guys, but I definitely could not do that on camera without feeling super pressured. So I did it off camera, and it took me like probably 3 minutes just to get my usual eyeliner wing shape. I even tried doing the inner lash line. Let me just do a close-up so you guys can see how I do my eyeliner pens. I think it went pretty well, especially for me using this eyeliner pencil for the first time in a long time. However, I just think that liquid eyeliners are a lot faster for me. As for the product itself, the eyeliner pencil went on really smoothly on my eyelids, and I don't know if it's going to be resistant to smudging or transferring just because I think pretty much every eyeliner pencil always transfers with my kind of eyelids. If you're someone who uses eyeliner pencils a lot, then you'll probably love this product from CLIO. However, it's just not for me because I'm just used to using liquid eyeliners. So after eyeliner, there's mascara. So here is the Giverny Milchak Sensitive Mascara in the shade 02 Black Brown. And it is said to be a super slim mascara that presents a natural curl even to the finer eyelashes for a natural look. So here's how the wand looks like. It's really skinny and it seems to have some fibers. I'm expecting this to just be a very straightforward step. And then the lower lashes. So here's how my eyelashes look like with and without the mascara, and it is definitely just like a really natural looking mascara. I really like these kind of mascara ones because they're really skinny and it makes it really easy to get into the inner and outer corners, especially for Asian eyelashes. I don't really have much to say about this mascara since I'm wearing it for the first time, but I guess I'll say that the application was easy and it looks really natural. The next of my routine would be eyebrows, so here's the COLORGRAM eyebrow pencil, and I got in the shade 01 Ash Brown. I'm not really good at choosing eyebrow colors based on the pictures provided, so I'm hoping that this one isn't too dark for me. Since you can only see my left eyebrow, I'll just do that eyebrow alone. So first I just draw a line like this. I try to copy a Korean makeup artist. After doing that line on the bottom and top, you're just gonna do this so it looks natural. I'm actually surprised by this eyebrow pencil from COLORGRAM. I was really scared that it would be too pigmented, kind of like the Etude one I own. So this one is actually a pretty good match for my eyebrows and my hair. Looking at the camera in my mirror, my eyebrow doesn't look overdone, which is something I tend to do when it comes to filling in my eyebrows. So overall, my first impression, I really like the COLORGRAM eyebrow pencil and I can see myself using this a lot more in the future. Alright, and for the next big step of my makeup routine, after doing my eye makeup, I go with foundation. I'm just gonna go apply this Espoir cushion off camera. In fact, yesterday I already recorded a whole try on and first impressions of this cushion, so here it is. So before I try out this Espoir cushion, I thought that I would try out another base product from this beauty box, and that is the COSNORI Whitening Dress Tone Up Cream. This is just a travel size, so there's only 25 milliliters, but I think this is more than enough for me just because I normally don't tend to use whitening creams, or I mean tone up creams, just because like my face is really pale as it is. Like I don't want to be even whiter. I don't really see myself personally using this. However, just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna try it on camera for you guys. I might just do one side of the face to see if there's a difference with and without the tone up cream when I have the foundation on. There doesn't seem to be like a strong fragrance or anything, so I'm glad for that. When it comes to tone up creams, you just want to start with a little bit or else you'll be too pasty and white like this. So it takes quite a while to blend it out. Well, I'm already seeing the brightening effect, guys. I watched a video about how to properly apply tone-up creams, and one thing is that you want to have minimal skincare before using it or else you'll get a lot of pilling underneath your makeup. So I put the tone-up cream on this side of the face, and I'm not sure if it really shows up on camera, but in person I can definitely see a difference between the two sides. I forgot to mention this earlier, but this tone-up cream also is said to have a skincare ingredient niacinamide, which is good for brightening the skin. However, I did check the product description online and there is no SPF in this tone-up cream at all, so please wear a sunscreen if you plan to use this. Overall, my first impression of this COSNORI tone-up cream is that it does what it says. Like on my face, I can definitely see the matte, silky texture it claims to give. And yeah, definitely my face is brighter on one side. I guess I should also say this tone-up cream settled to my skin pretty well. Like I don't feel overly greasy, which some tone-up creams tend to do. And now that some time has passed, I really can't see any white cats on my face anymore. And as you can see from the leftover product on my hand, this is really just a tone-up cream meant to brighten your complexion. So don't expect any coverage or tint with this product. That's all I have to say about this tone-up cream. However, I really don't see myself using it that much in the future just because I would probably lean towards a product that gives me actual coverage. So speaking of actual coverage, it is time for me to open and try out this Espoir Bee Velvet cushion. So I'm personally very excited to try out this Espoir Pro Tailor Bee Velvet cushion because I've been eyeing it since its release like a long time ago in 2022. And it was pretty much one of the main reasons besides the Dasique palette that I wanted to buy this beauty box in the first place. I think it's a pretty good deal because besides this cushion, you also get a free refill and a mini cushion, which I've never seen before. Let me just show off the red packaging for you guys. It looks so cool. And the shade I got was 20 in vanilla, which is also the same shade as the Bee Silk foundation I own. I have never tried Espoir's cushion, so I'm really hoping that these shades are exactly the same. And look at the inside, guys. It has Bee Velvet etched into the sponge. As you can tell by its name, the Bee Velvet cushion claims to give a matte velvety finish that has high coverage but also lightweight. So that sounds a lot just like the CLIO new foundwear cushion I bought and reviewed recently. So I'm really interested in trying out the Espoir cushion and see how it compares to the CLIO one that sounds very similar. But before trying it on my face, I'm gonna do some arm swatch comparisons. So I already have the Bee Velvet on my finger. And this does have a slight fragrance just like the Bee Silk foundation. However, I think the fragrance is kind of different. I don't know how to describe it. So let's see how Bee Velvet 20 Vanilla looks like. And here is the Bee Silk 20 Vanilla. Ooh, I can already see a difference. So here are the two 20 Ivory shades next to each other, and I think in person the Espoir Bee Silk is slightly more yellow than the Bee Velvet 20 shade. Time to try out the cushion and see if I can actually tell a difference or not. So starting here. Can you guys see it on camera? Like, I can't really tell from here, I'm sorry. Alright, so on one side of my face, I got the Bee Velvet cushion on, and just first impressions, it really did go on lightly like it claims, and it does have a matte finish. Luckily, I didn't see anything clinging onto my dry spots. I only did put on a light layer foundation, so when it comes to coverage, I can still see like the redness of my acne peeking through. But let's see if I can layer on a bit more for those troubled areas. Personally, going back in with this second brush is good enough coverage for me. However, if you do want more, you can always just go for a concealer. When I was looking in the mirror, I thought that this side of the face was a lot brighter than what I'm used to, so let's see how this foundation looks like without any of that tone of cream underneath. So here's how a full face of the Bee Velvet cushion looks like, and looking at the camera right now, I'm feeling pretty pale. I definitely still smell the fragrance from this foundation on my face, so if you really do not like your foundations to have any fragrance at all, then I would highly suggest you not think about getting this one. Personally, since I've worn the Bee Silk foundation before, I don't have any problems with it, unlike that Kirsch blending one I'll never forget. Now that I have a full face of this foundation on, I can kind of see that it doesn't really match my neck. In fact, I think that this 20 shade is slightly paler than what I normally used to. But like I said earlier, I bought this shade because I was hoping that it would match the Espoir foundation I already own. So here's a swatch of 3 different foundations on my face. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see. It's not as easy as it looks. So here I have the CLIO Foundwear 2.5 Ivory, and this one is the Bee Velvet 20 Vanilla, and here's the Espoir Bee Silk 20 Vanilla. Now that I have it swatched on my face, I can tell that the Espoir Bee Velvet 20 is definitely different than the Espoir Bee Silk. So if I knew that the Bee Velvet 20 shade was going to be slightly lighter than the Bee Silk 20 shade, then I would have gotten maybe a 21 for the Bee Velvet line. However, I don't find it that big of a deal because there's a chance that the Bee Velvet formula might darken a bit over time on my face. I also think I'll be okay with this shade for the Bee Velvet cushion just because right now I just blended out these 2 swatches individually and I can barely tell the difference between them. Overall, my first impression on this Espoir Bee Velvet cushion is that it is lightweight and matte like it says. I don't know about its long-lasting power because I'm just trying it on for the first time. I really like the finish and coverage of this foundation. However, some downsides is that there is still that fragrance just like the other Espoir foundation I have, and this 20 Vanilla shade doesn't seem to match that 20 Vanilla shade. This 20 Vanilla shade from the Bee Velvet line is slightly paler than what I'm used to. However, when I'm in indoor lighting and not facing this bright window or this ring light, it does look pretty decent, and at least I don't look like a ghost in my opinion, so I guess that's good. These are just my first impressions, however, because who knows, maybe along the way, the more I use this Bee Velvet cushion and compare it to the Bee Silk or the CLIO foundation, I'll realize that maybe this isn't as good as I thought it was. But overall, just right now, I'm pretty satisfied with this product. I'm back with a full face of the Bee Velvet cushion. So just something I want to follow up on, and that is my claim yesterday that the 2 shades of these Espoir cushions were not the same. So after that filming session later on that night, I did try on both of these foundations on 2 sides of my face, and I realized that after letting it dry down a bit that they pretty much do look the same. In fact, I even have a swatch comparison on my arm right here. And can you guys even tell a difference between these 2 foundations? So I think it was kind of a mistake on my part for comparing the 2 foundation swatches unfairly. Like, one was a lot more wet than the other. I mean, when it comes to comparing foundations, the best way is to actually have it spread out like you would normally wear foundation on your face. So after applying foundation normally on my arm swatches and also on the 2 sides of my face, I realized that both of these Espoir 20 Vanilla shades are really not that different like I first thought they were. In fact, I realized why I thought the Bee Velvet shade was a lot lighter, and that is because the Bee Velvet shade definitely has a higher coverage than the Bee Silk foundation. So when applied to the face normally, the Espoir Bee Silk foundation does have a more sheer coverage. So that's why I thought it looked darker than the Bee Velvet 20. I was also editing that part of the video yesterday, and it was kind of funny how in my footage I kept saying, oh my god guys, I'm so pale right now, I look so pale. But then when I'm watching the footage itself, it's like, what am I talking about? I look okay. So that's just something I want to tell you guys, just because I have a better understanding of these foundations and their formulas now. Just stay with me guys, we're almost done with this video. I bet it's like really long right now. The next step of my makeup routine after foundation is the cheeks. So here is the blush that came with the beauty box, and that is the I'm Mimi My Custom Blush in this shade 01 Mellow Pink. There are 6 total shades available for this blush, however in this beauty box this is the only one item in which their shade was set. I actually knew of this blush from a while back, however looking at the internet I found that this blush isn't as easy available like it was before. Like it used to be on Amazon, but now it's not there anymore. And on their official website they don't sell this blush anymore. I also do happen to own another blush product from this brand, and that is the Afternoon Tea palette. When I first saw this blush, I thought it awfully looked similar to the one I already own, so here's a swatch of that light pink color next to it. And to me, on camera and then in person, they are pretty much the same shade of pink. So even though these two blushes are the same shade, they do differ when it comes to formula and payoff. So this My Custom blush has a higher pigmentation, and I think it's a lot easier to apply, and it also has a matte finish and no fragrance. Meanwhile, this pink shade from the Afternoon Tea palette isn't as pigmented, and it also has a slight shimmery finish. I think I like this one a lot better just because it doesn't have that strong fragrance and it is a lot easier to apply in the cheeks. So using this blush brush, let's just apply it. Oh, there's some kickback. However, that's not really a big deal, and I don't want to go too crazy just because I did say this is highly pigmented. So this is how the shade 01 Mellow Pink looks like on my cheeks, and I think it's a pretty universally flattering shade of pink for any skin color. I think it's a nice pink because it's not too cool nor too warm. And since this is my second kind of blush from the brand, I'm Mimi, I would have to say that their brand is pretty good at when it comes to blushes. And finally, we're at the last step of my makeup routine, and that is the lips. So for this beauty box, the lip product was the really popular Roman Juicy Lasting Tint. I'm actually pretty familiar with this Juicy Lasting Tint from Roman because I have 2 other shades. I've been buying a lot of muted or MLBB kind of lip tints recently, so I wanted to go for something different for once. So I went for a number 20 Dark Coconut, which is said to be a deep brown. And let me just swatch it for you guys. I already worn this once and I really liked it. So here it is on the hand. It is definitely that brown color. But when it comes to the darker shades from this line, I try to be careful when it comes to application. Alright, here's the shade Dark Coconut on my lips, and like I just said, it is really pretty in my opinion. I might look kind of crazy on camera because it's like the darkest color of my face right now. But since this is a special Valentine's Day video and this box is meant to be for Valentine's Day inspired makeup, I think that this brown shade really suits that Valentine's Day theme. It's a really nice shade to wear for autumn and winter, and there's nothing in my collection like it. So here it is guys, this is my Valentine's Day inspired makeup using the Oliveyoung February beauty box. I would have to say I really love this beauty box because it's such a nice curation of Oliveyoung's bestsellers, from one of its pricier brands to one of the more affordable kind. And even though this box included makeup products I always wanted to try, I normally wouldn't have bought them individually if it went for this special bundle. So I'm really glad that Oliveyoung offered this Valentine's Day themed beauty box to let me finally have a chance to try the stuff I really wanted to. I really loved every makeup product included in this beauty box, and as of filming this video, you can still grab your hands on this beauty box. However, I think that some Dasique eyeshadow palettes have sold out already. I'm not sure how long this beauty box will be on sale just because on the 4th day of this promotion, it was temporarily out of stock until it finally came back. If you're like me and you really love K-beauty and you always wanted to try out these really popular products from Korea, then you'll definitely want to get your hands on this box. Or if you're starting out with K-beauty, this is a good opportunity to try out a full face of makeup all at once. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to click on the like button, leave a comment below, or subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy Valentine's Day! Bye!